The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, our legacy.
Hey, what's up? Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to yet another CSO tournament. This week it's Contender, and I have the pleasure of presenting it to you. My name is Linglad, and on behalf of CSO, welcome. As I mentioned, it's Contender, so we have an MMR cap, and yeah, it's going to be nice to watch these players kick off and have a go. So it looks like it's going to be a short round. We only have 3 rounds. That doesn't mean much. It could be on for a long one, but we'll see. If we get to do both semis and then the finals, I hope to bring at least 4 series. Otherwise, yeah, welcome. We have some vetoes going on as yeah, looks like Oceanborn is going to be map number 1. And yeah, we're about to get this one kicked off. Lobby lobby has been created. always fun. Yeah, just waiting for the last person to join. We'll be underway. We've got yeah, we just waiting. As I said, waiting for one more person to join. Let's see if we can get this person in. And yeah, welcome to Contender. This one's number 34. Can't actually believe that it's already been 34 Contenders. Cup is sitting on number 69. I think next week will be Cup 69. Let me check. Oh yeah, next week's gonna be Cup number 69. So better strap yourselves in. It's gonna be a good one. But yeah, let's see how. Yeah, let's see how our very first series of Contender 34 kicks off. In the top left hand corner for 3D Fam, orange Protoss player, it is F2 Click. His opponent, also from the same clan, 3D Fam, it's the red Zerg player, it's Macro player. Let's see what what these two players from the same team have in store for us. We get a team kill, we'll see. It's gonna be a gateway scout on the side of F2 Click, and yeah, nothing too untoward from our Zerg player, so everything seems to be super normal. 16 hatch, going up to 18 drones, and yeah, everything is super standard, nothing too crazy. So as we wait for this series to get going. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Give us a follow, and yeah, have a look at following us on Twitter, because we do post there, and you'll get notified when we go live in our next series. So next week, same time, same place, will be Cup number 69. As I mentioned, it will be our uncapped MMR tournament, and it's usually a banger if you like to see some high level Protoss and the odd Zerg or Terran to mix it in with the Fox in with the hens. Yeah, you'll see some really big names playing, and yeah, we'll see. Hope to see you there. Yeah, Macro player should be heading off to get a third base. Here we go. There's the drone heading off for a third base, and everything is super standard. Oh, I thought F2 Click might just get a hatch block, but yeah, otherwise on the side of the Protoss player, not too much. We have Gateway Cybercore into Twilight, into Robo, both players not looking to put any sort of early game pressure on, and yeah, we'll see. We're going to close off this wall now and go, and F2 Click, just making sure it's going to be safe. The probe has gone all the way home, so now's the opportunity for Macro player, if he was going to do something like send a bunch of lings across the map. Yeah, pretty safe to do so now that F2 Click has no map presence. moving speed has finished up, and we do have an adept in the wall. No third base just yet. The stalker on patrol, and I think you have to click. Okay, here we go. Lings are going to target down that adept. F2 click gonna wall behind us, so yeah, once the adept falls, there is going to be a pylon here. Makes it a bit more difficult. Looks like Macro Player is going to focus down these buildings for the moment, as yeah, we'll see what's more Lings in production. Nope. The pylon gets cancelled, and the stalker and an adept is going to be enough to push the aggression away. War Prism shows up and was the first unit out of the robo. As a Roach Warren and an Evo chamber here at the front for Macro Player. He's yep, firing up a couple more drones. Is going to saturate his. Will begin saturating the third base. Gonna take an extra gas as this War Prism is now going to be spotted by a Macro Player who has some Lings in production. No Roaches just yet. That Roach Warren, yeah, looks like he's going to sack the third. Okay, these queens going to be used to hold the wall here. 4 queens, 5 queens, and a bunch of Lings here to defend. Some charge lots at the front, getting sued, getting yeah, quite a huge surface area. Drones are now being forced in. A huge warping of zealots in the main base, and yeah, it's just going to get the job done. Yeah, F2 click just with a pretty good 5 or 6 gate charge lot timing attack, and yeah, Macro Player unfortunately not able to hold the push. Just didn't see it coming. Maybe expended a few too many Lings at the front, and yeah, F2 click just hitting a pretty strong timing and gets the job done. Yeah, map number 2 going to be Site Delta. So yeah, a bit more choky around the natural. A bit choky around the natural, but we'll see if Macro Player can bring it back, or if his opponent in the bottom left hand corner is going to take the series 2-0. It is Orange Protoss Player for 3D. It is F2 click. His opponent in the top left, Blue Zerg Player also for 3D. Macro Player. Yeah, I'm not too sure what the MMR disparity is between these two, but we shall we shall hope for Macro Player to get a point on the board and take us to our third map. Once again from F2 click. Gateway Scout. Gonna head up into the main and just do a little bit of a mineral harass. Just to be a little bit annoying. Doesn't seem to be getting the clicks down, but yeah, nothing all too exciting in a standard opening PBZ. But yeah, we have a. Hopefully we get a series on our hand, or we'll see if F2 click just manages to do another one of those really big charge lot warp-ins. Macro Player had the Roach Warren, had the Evo chamber. Wasn't actually able to wall off at the front, but had the Roach Warren, and I think if instead of a couple drones, you just added on quite a few roaches, that might have made the difference to to holding on there. Pair of safety lings. I don't know if those were intended. This Overlord looks like he's just going to be able to get onto this pillar. Yeah, Overlord's just going to pop onto the pillar and it's going to be safe there. F2 click, going for a robo before walling off at the front completely. Okay. Here comes the wall. We'll see if we're just going to get another wall prism and head across the map. A depth shows up to replace the stalker in the wall, and the stalker just going to be on patrol in the top of the main base. Otherwise nothing too crazy going on here. Macro player seems to be at a little bit of a supply blocks, sort of banking up 10 lava at the moment. So yeah, second Overlord gets fired up. One is about to pop. We'll see what the choice is to use the lava for. Banking up quite a lot of lava. Injects are coming down, so yeah, I think macro players looking to just fires up 6 more drones. Would probably be good to see a couple more Overlords, so that as a Roach Warren finishes up, we'll be able to fire up at least 10 Roaches and see if macro player can get the job done. The Stalker patrol is going to catch this OV that's trying to come in for a little cheeky peek. 4 more gates on the way as the second Immortal's about to pop. What's coming after the Immortal? There's going to be a War Prism. Double Immortal drop. It's just going to be super dangerous. I mean, this double Immortal is... it is going to be a Prism, but the double Immortal is just a clutch. Just a clutch call. Kind of expecting macro player to go in for some Roaches, as I expect gases 3 and 4. Here's gas 3. Expect gas number 4 and a couple more OVs, and yep, that's exactly what we see out of macro player. This move out from F2 click is not going to happen. 4 sentries, a stalker and a depth, and 2 immortals. It's a pretty beefy attack, but I wonder if macro player was paying attention. It was. There's a spawn crawler on the way, so F2 click gonna try get this third base, which I quite like. Macro player would be a good time to take a fourth, but yeah, still not completely saturated. There's a huge zealot warp in 8 gate charge lot. Are they charge lots? Yeah, 8 gate. They are slow zealots. Good force fields. Got a section of a chunk, 3 queens and a couple roaches at the front here. One queen does land up going down to... excellent force fields here by F2 click. Some roaches do pop in from the back, and now these roaches... great force field once again. F2 click just really forcing macro play engage with any part of the army, and yeah, F2 click just gets the job done. A swift 2-0. Well done. Well, okay. Well, like I said, we might be in for some quick games, as it seems we are. F2 click getting the job done. We have a walkover in the 4th match of round 1. We have a walkover, and we'll see for we Fuxas, the winner of Marvis Legend K is going to go up against we Fuxas. Whereas F2 click gets the 2-0 and is awaiting the winner of Alpha versus Hoss Radish. So yeah, looks like yeah, looks like we're just gonna have to hang 10 for a little bit. As we wait for our next series to become available. Let's see if I can get some information. Yeah, let's see if I can hop into a series. Let's see, someone was in a lobby. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, you generally don't expect a PvC to end so quickly, but it seems to have been the case. So yeah, like I said. Yeah, looks like we've got a series to hop into. Bum, bum, bum. Who is... Let's see. There we go. And yep, great. So we have a series. We're gonna catch the second game of Alpha versus Pretty Fly. Which is good for me. Good for us. Uh, 3757 and what are the MMRs of these players? 3695. Okay, nice. Nice, and we have a Diamond 2 PvP to present, which will be good. Should be very good. CSO Cup is normally CSO Cup is normally where I get my high level PvPs, so it's good to see CSO Contender is also holding up their part of the bargain. But yeah, here we go. Lucky for us, we got a series, and yeah, let's hop right in. In the bottom right hand corner of Ocean Board, the green Protoss player for Platinum Heroes, it is Alpha. His opponent in the top right, the pink Protoss probes as well for under 90 Pretty Fly. And now we shall see. Yeah, we shall see what shall see what this PvP has in store for us. The score is 1-0 to Alpha, but considering the fact that Alpha and Pretty Fly are only on their second map, it just shows you how fast the previous series was. Probably how evenly matched they were. So we shall see how this one plays out. As expected, we have exactly mirrored builds. We just have a slightly earlier scout on the side of Alpha. Pretty Fly probably going after the cybernetics core, whereas Alpha going before. And yeah, that's about it so far. Dramatic pull there by Pretty Fly. Does get first, does draw first blood at the cost of a little bit of lost mining time. Does get first blood, and Pretty Fly is going to stick a bomb. It's a second place sticker for Alpha. Oof. Adept shows up. Double Adept show up, and that is going to be an insta death for Pretty Fly's probe. We shall oh, the Adept of Alpha are going to shade forward. Pretty Fly going to close the door, which is big brain moves. The Adept of Pretty Fly are moving towards the natural of Alpha, and we'll see these two Adepts are trying to... Oh, they start working their way through the pylon, but double Stalker shows up as a double Adept of Pretty Fly getting to the main base. It is going to be a recall. How many Adepts are going to end up being recalled? Only one manages to make it out. That's more than what will be said for the... Ooh, more than what will be said for the Adept of Pretty Fly, but I made me eat my words there. He's going to pick up another probe. Wow. Clutch there by Pretty Fly, who manages to keep this Adept alive. The Adept is going to finish a shade up into the main base. Probes get pulled. 5 probes, nice. So Alpha does manage to clean it up, but yep, Alpha manages to clean it up, but this is all at the cost of not having taken a natural expansion. The natural of Pretty Fly, I mean, hasn't taken a natural expansion. Pretty Fly's taking the expansion now after letting that shield battery finish up in the wall. Is going to be significantly behind. Hallucinated Phoenix does spot that there's 5 Stalkers wandering at the front. But yeah, we're going to see Alpha start to crank out 2 probes at a time, and that's going to be an opportunity for Alpha to get quite a bit ahead in the eco. And hopefully Alpha is able to capitalize on that, as we've got Twilight finishing up now for Alpha, as the blink has already begun for Pretty Fly. So slight deviation here. Alpha going for glaives. Pretty Fly going for blinks. So we're going to see Stalkers versus Adepts. We should see a pretty interesting engagement here. There we see the 2 pros being cranked out at a time here. Alpha looking to saturate that natural pretty quickly. The probe count hasn't gotten too high. I mean, it's only ahead 3 workers at the moment. But there we go, the second Nexus finishes up here for Pretty Fly, and yeah, Robo on the way, so I'm gonna go for okay, a Hallucinated Phoenix versus Hallucinated Phoenix, both of which do 0 damage, so good to see. There's gonna be some Stalkers here to intercept this Hallucinated Phoenix. Doesn't get the interception on that Hallucinated Phoenix, and that's probably going to be a huge scout off. It is a huge scout off here by Alpha, who sees the Robo, doesn't see the Robo spinning, but sees the Robo. On the side of Alpha, we've got 4 more gates and an Immortal on the way, so both these players sort of heading very similar directions. The only real deviation here is the Glaives versus Blink. but Pretty Fly has taken that third base. 5 gates now. Yeah, Alpha really cranking out those gates. 3-3, so Alpha's gonna go up to 8 gates. We saw how powerful the 8 gate was against Zerg, but now it's Protoss, and yeah, Pretty Fly has an observer. Good to get that observer to the other side of the map so you can catch wind of what's coming, because the depths are starting to get warped in here. Forge is on the way, and I think just looking at the army supply, 40 to 29, I think Pretty Fly's gonna be dead if he doesn't catch wind of this. Hallucinated Phoenix heading up the bottom side of the map. I don't know what Pretty Fly's looking for. Maybe looking for proxy of some sort, but yeah, now Pretty Fly's going to catch wind of these stalkers, and it's not just the stalkers, it's the glaive adepts that are back behind this. There's three sentries here, so Guardian shields and some force fields are going to be pretty clutch though. Adepts do cancel their shade as 3 stalkers move forward. Pretty Fly in a pretty sticky situation here. Some force fields, questionable. I think they might have meant to have been a Guardian shield, but some good force fields here, creating some choke points that Pretty Fly has to fight through. Good to blink backwards and allow most of your stalkers to fire. The army supply though is pretty heavily in favour, almost triple Pretty Fly to Alpha. As Alpha's now moving forward with a lot of glaive to depths. Double Immortal. Okay, gonna head back, do a little bit of damage on this Nexus. Force fields aren't going to get too much done. Okay, the Immortal of Pretty Fly gets taken up pretty early, as the War Prism is not going to be able to save the one Immortal from going down. Now Alpha actually putting the pressure on the front door here. There's only a handful of stalkers, not even 3 stalkers on the side of Pretty Fly to defend this. Pretty Fly has absolutely zero chance of holding this. Probe's now getting pulled into fight. And Glaive at depth shading into the main base. There's still one Immortal here. At depth, yeah, that's pretty much it. Alpha has more than enough to deal with this. And Pretty Fly's just going to tap out and give Alpha the 2-0. Yeah, very well done there by Alpha. I thought Alpha was going to it looked like Alpha was going to get the win. Unfortunately, Pretty Fly not doing much scouting. I thought the observer would have been better used on the other side. Unless Pretty Fly was expecting some DTs, but it is what it is. Okay, so looks like we're just going to get the vetoes rolling in our semi-finals. Both semi-finals are ready. Alpha going on to face off against F2 Click for some PvP action, and we're in map number 6, or match number 6, between Ma and Wifuxas. Just trying to get things sorted here quickly. And yeah, let's see. let's see how these semis go. Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. Maybe get some coffee going. There's a very big braai happening downstairs. Making me jealous. But braai time is braai time, and right now it's contender time. So yeah, I'll let you know how the vetoes are going. Ghost River's out, Dynasty's out. Post Youth is out, Amphion is out, Crimson Court is out, Alcyone is out. Looks like we Golden Aura map number 1, Oceanborn map number 2, and Side Delta map number 3. Okay. So yeah, some pretty standard maps, but let's see how they get played. As we often know that just because it's a standard map, it doesn't mean it's a standard strategy. So we'll see. Sad that we missed the PvPs at the top. I'm looking forward to seeing some other action happening, as we have what seems to be a TVZ. Yeah, looks like we're good to go. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit of TVZ action, which is quite nice, if you ask me. A little something just to break up the usual Protoss action. As yeah, a Golden Aura. Nice. Where are we? Here we are. We are underway. In the top left hand corner of Golden Aura for Berserker Esports is the Blue Zerg player. It's Ma. His opponent in the bottom right, the orange Terran SCVs. For 3D, it's Wefuxos. Alright, let's see how the most mechanical matchup fares for these two players. I'm not too sure if they have match history or anything, but if they know each other, but they're welcome to face off in Contender whenever they like. On the side of the Terran, everything is at home. On the side of the Zerg, everything is standard as standard can be. And yeah, we'll Reaper opener. Okay, 6 lings. 6 lings from Mar, heading to the other side of the map. Mar going for a quick third hatchery. We've been messing around. The lings have popped, and they will catch this SCV. He's going to catch wind of these lings, and yeah, we shall see if Mar gets the attack, or if Reaper shows up and is actually going to start to work through the first ling. First ling goes down. Oh, the lings almost get us around on the Reaper. Lings don't seem to be interested at all. Oi. Someone had some very serious lag there. Lings do manage to get inside. The door doesn't get closed. The Reaper is going to be enough to micro away from these 3 lings. Oh, Reaper micro from Wu Fuxas is yeah, on point. And the 6 lings go down for 1 marine, and that's economically a pretty good trade. But Mar does manage to get the 3rd hatchery up, and yeah, the saturation has begun. So we now move into a pretty 1-1-1 opening. Let's see if it's going to be a quick 3rd CC behind us, double OV on the right hand side, just north of the main base. As, yeah, our orange Terran player just setting up for a little bit of a Reaper scout. Oh, Reaper going to be able to pick off that creep tumor. Really unfortunate timing, but 2 queens go. Oh, good grenade. He's going to be able to drive that queen back. What a creep spread going on here. I quite like this for the blue Zerg player from Berserker. Mar, I quite like this. Mar is definitely going to need to send an OV in for a scout at some point, because oh, we have a very old Terran build underway. So we have the fusion core building in the furthest point possible. Here comes that OV scout, and is there anything to deny it? Not yet, but double cyclone is going to show up, and that's definitely going to deny the fusion core in the bottom of the main base. The scan comes down, so a few creep tumors get cleaned up, and you want to be replacing those. Double cyclone going to be able to clean that up before Mar gets any wind of the fusion core. But yeah, double cyclone. Now we see triple spores, so a pretty standard timing, 5-minute spores for a Zerg player. As I don't know if the tech lab on the starport was a bit of a giveaway, but I mean, what's the queen count at now? Queen count at 6, so that's a pretty decent queen count. I mean, there's 1 on each hatch and 4 at the front. I would like to see a few more queens if we're going to even suspect. But here comes a second OV in for a scout. Is going to be met by a marine and double cyclone, so that's going to get absolutely 0 scouting done. As yeah, we Fuxas is playing a pretty solid game here. With some Hellions and 6 cars and a Reaper at the front. Quite a few queens here to meet them. Still waiting for the first BC to pop, so we'll see if oh, Ling is going to go full road thirsty. So waiting for the first BC to pop. First BC does pop, and let's see if it teleports. Does teleport into the main base. Starts to work on this spore crawler. Needs to be some queen support, or else the 1 spore is not going to be enough. Now, there we go, some good transfusions to keep the spore crawler alive, and spore drones get picked off. Queens are okay, they're now back into position at 3rd base. They do make it in, the Hellions do make it in. They are going to start to roast away some of these links. They head off into a choke point. 4 queens do chase away the BC into the top of the main base as 8 drones go down. There's 8 drones in total, so from both attacks it's actually pretty well done there by Mar to mitigate some of the damage. Third CC is done, it is morphing into an orbital, and will be floating down soon as the 4th base for Mar is starting to get saturated. It's a pretty solid hold here for Mar, who leaves 1 queen. 1 queen not going to be enough to stop the BC from coming back in. Now 4 queens surrounding that main hatchery, 2 at this hatchery. Mar in a pretty diligent position. We'll spore at each base. Some queens starting to spread some creep. The 3rd CC's coming down here for wee Fuchs, and yeah, we got a bit of a macro game on our hands. Blue Flame on the way, +1 vehicle weapons, Yamato. So yeah, both players. Oh, another BC. Oh no, this is the first BC. First BC just showing that it's teleported back home. So Mar has taken that queen away from their 6 queens around the main hatchery. Infestation pit, 2 infestation pits. I think Mar has forgotten that. Thought the first infestation pit as scan comes down. Spotted the 6th base. 5th base is being taken here on the 9 o'clock position, but there is another one in the top side. So the double expansion from Mar showing pretty good due diligence in saying, well, if you deny 1 expansion, I still get another. You'd have to be hitting from 2 separate fronts to deny both those bases, as Mar has a drone on this watchtower, and yeah, some Hellions gonna head up to the top side, and now we're gonna see that there's a hatchery up here. So yeah, 2 queens gonna try to stop these Hellions from getting here. Oh, Lings do show up. They do. Oh, Hellions pretty strong. But 3 Hellions get picked off before any sort of damage gets done. 1 Hellion managed to fire off 2 shots, and yep, double BCs with Yamato. Going to be yeah, flying north, and then just going to save that teleport hut for when it's time to come home. I thought Mar was trying to build a macro hatch over here, but has double infestation pit. BCs do reveal themselves that they are flying north, and yep, some speed over is going to come in and hopefully get a good scout. This 6 Hellions going to try hit this 6th base location. 2 BCs are, wow, that's a lot of queens. Mar has definitely worked out that in order to defend these BC harassments you need 17 queens. What's better than, oh, I can't believe these 6 Hellions got in here. It looked like Mar was well prepared for that, but apparently not. 19 drones go down, and that's exactly what Mar actually needed to free up a bit of supply. 120 workers, 10 more drones in production. Spy is done, Ultra Cavern on the way. Is yeah, looks like Mar wants to be taking the top right base. Would be good to see with 17 queens, some much better creep spread as 4th base is finishing up at the front here. He's going to float off here to the 6 o'clock position, and I thought that might just be a planetary up at the front, but looks like Mar has not opted to go for any sort of aggression, and is instead just trying to max out and yeah, take as much of the map as possible. As there we go, hatcheries queued up for the gold base in the bottom corner. I'd like to see him queue up one for the top base in the top right and start to mine those 2 out in the meantime. Mar's at 106 workers and is making Lingbane Ultra. Adrenal on the way, 3-3 on the way. Mar has not been aggressive at all this game, and yeah, sometimes TVZs land up being like this. You can see the little Sim City starting here for with Fuchs. As yeah, we have a series on our hand. Yeah, double BC at the front here. Does see that there are ultras. It looks like Mar is setting up for an attack from the south side. We've got some Mainly swirling in here, just crashing into tanks. There's a Corruptor added in here, some Thors, and some Ultralisks moving forward as the tanks are really raining shells on these Ultras. Quite a few units get taken out here as I think Mars just going to try rebuild and go. Looks like Fuchs is going to go as well, saying, well, I've defended that first attack. It's probably time for me to go. He's got 3 BCs and quite a bit of a mech army here. There's absolutely no bio in this. I don't know if the Ultras are the correct call against the mech, but there are 5 Vipers that have just popped out, and yeah, now finally Ma is aware that this army is knocking on creep, stepping on and saying, hi, we are here. So I can see a little bit of a Ling counter attack heading up into that third base location. Drones are going to evacuate down towards the gold base. So Mars, okay, wait a second, we can have this base. I don't really need this base. There's a BC that's teleported into the bottom side, and it's now going to be, well, I mean, we can't have anticipated that there were going to be drones there. This base has gone down. Those drones are just going to run around as, yeah, looks like Mars is just going to be setting up for a defense. We'll see. Burrow is on the way. Some dead roach. These are some dead drones, unfortunately. Surprised to see that this hatchery hasn't been taken out, but a few tanks getting left behind as, yeah, Vipers and Corruptors now going to be the option. Oh, some good Yamatos onto the Vipers. There's some huge blinding clouds cover most of those tanks, but unfortunately blinding clouds are going to run out just as these Ultras manage to close the distance on the tanks. Oh, the PCs are going to manage to teleport out. They do get, the Corruptors do get 1 BC, but it is going to be Ultra Ling. The choice here for Ma would be, as I said, it would have been good to have seen Ma go for a bit of a counter attack when Fuchs was knocking on the door. But how many queens does he still have? Still sitting at a high queen count, 14 queens, so I'd like to see some of that creep being replaced and maybe taking the hatchery in the top right. This hatchery's being queued up. Ma's doing a pretty diligent job here. The fact that this gold base wasn't taken out when we folks knew this hatchery is already here. Is a bit of maybe a little bit of a mistake. Maybe a couple of cyclones or something could have been sent down there just to deny that hatchery. But here we go. Good scan. It's going to give you folks a win that. Yeah, Mars coming in here. Some of the tanks caught unsiege. They do siege up, but it's going to be too little too late as they get taken out quite easily. This planetary gets taken out as the Corruptors are here. They're going to start to work through these BCs. BC is being repaired at the exact same time, so a pretty favourable trade. There's still 3-4 Ultras left over here for Mars. Mars doing a pretty good job of coming in here with 3 Ultra Corruptor. Ultras are going to right click down this CC and mass repair. It's going to be enough to keep. It's going to be enough to keep the CC alive. Yeah, one Ultra now going to start working its way through the SCVs, but it's not going to be enough. Mar going to head home as a couple of bats do show up to help as these Ultras are fighting a losing battle at the moment. Both players, I was going to say both players. Mar is close to being maxed out, and it's just one round of production away from being maxed out. Few Broodlords getting added in here. 15 minutes into the game, and I think Mars in a pretty commanding position. I mean, that being said, it's not easy to. It's pretty easy to take an unfavorable trade and then to find yourself behind. So yeah, here we go. Some Hellions heading off into the gold base. Probably just looking to see is it being mined. It isn't, and yeah, that's probably a big point to take away from this is that the gold base hasn't even begun being mined yet. Mars had that position for a very long time. Now the Broodlords show themselves. How many Thors on the field? A couple Vikings, 3 Vikings, no Thors. So no real answer for the Broodlords. Is there anything that shoots up? There's 11 Corruptors. The Corruptors need to get here and quickly, or else there we go. Now the Corruptors are here, and the Vikings are going to have to disengage, but they do manage to pick up one Broodlord, so How we go, Ultras moving into this tank line is not a good idea. Here we go, the Vikings are going to get taken out, and now finally there's no answer for the Broods. Tanks getting stutter stepped as the, I mean, Hellbats need to get to the front here. Blue Flame Hellbats will be really important to protecting these tanks. Unfortunately, there's nothing to deal with these 4 Brood Lords as, yeah, one Viking flies into a whole group of Corruptors, and that's going to be it, as we've got, in terms of units, there's more Ultras on the way. But that's about it. 11 lava waiting to be spent, just waiting for that supply cap to go down. 3 Thors do show up, and that's going to be enough to push this back. And I think we got to the the correct series. Some drones are now being transferred down to this gold base. We're going to look at more. Start to build that base. There's so much lava waiting to be spent. The bank is yeah, you can just see mass injects on this hatchery. I think every hatchery is just going to be mass injected so that there's a never-ending supply of lava. Because here we go, some Lings and Ultras coming in here. Broodlords do show up to help as yeah, the Thors are a little bit distracted by everything in the front. I mean, everything in the front actually kind of melts to the Flame Hellbat tank push, and it looks like Fuchs is gonna look to put a bit of pressure on here. Ma is currently not building anything. Building 15 Broodlords. 15 Broods is pretty big, but that's your supply. That's going to be literally all you have is 19 Broodlords and Queens to defend this, which I mean isn't really bad, but at the same time, there's only 2 Thors on the field, 2 Thors and 2 Vikings, so it's going to have to be a pretty serious push here. The Broods, a huge amount of Broodlords come in from the south. These tanks are going to be undefended otherwise, as this huge Queen corrupted Broodlord push is probably going to be enough to clean this entire thing up here. I don't see any of these units making it out. It actually looks like a couple of tanks are going to be able to make it out. The Thors do turn to fight a little bit as there's some Broodlings being fired around, but yeah, I think Marsh is going to clean this up. Would be probably good to replace some of the supply with some Lings or something on the ground. As yeah, Marsh just needs to do the counter damage. A Ling counter attack into this undefended third base. I mean, it has a planetary. You always have a planetary. Undefended third base would have been pretty brutal. Broodlords now coming forward to fight the Thors. The Thors kind of clicked onto the Broodlords. Blue Flame Hellbats are here to help deal with the Broodlings, but yeah, Broodlord's going to be able to just start to mow down pretty much everything here. Is yeah, there's not a lot of Thors. That's why I said it's good to add in some Lings. If these Broodlords could get rid of the Blue Flame Hellbats, then yeah, the Thors would be pretty easy picking. I guess that's what the ultimate for here for. Are doing a pretty diligent job of trying to clean up as much as possible. But that's a huge loss fight. Look at the total losses. Yeah, 26,000, 12,000 to 22 and 9. So Ma taking not the most economical trades, but you don't need to be taking the most economical trades when you're kind of this far ahead in terms of economy. Your opponent has been stuck on 4 bases, really struggling to get this 5th base up and running, as 9 more Broods and Ultras, Broodlords and Ultras on the way. Here comes a Ling Bane Broodlord attack. Not 100% sure about that. There's no real Broodlord support at the moment. He's really need to start firing out some of these Broodlings. As here we go, Ling Bane Broodling attack is trying to get some surface area on these Thors. The 5th base is going to be denied once again. As the mass repairs, oh, is it going to be denied? Mass repair on this planetary is pretty good, but the Broodlords are finally getting on top of these Thors. I'm not sure Thors are actually fighting the Broodlings. That's not really what you want the Thors to be doing. Mass repair is pretty good and is actually going to keep their 5th base alive, but the Broodlords have one more Thor to contest with, and then are there any more Thors in the rally point? No more Thors in the rally point. The final Thor gets taken out. Broodlords, I thought the Broodlords were going to turn and head home, but I think Broodlords now should be enough to get rid of this planetary. Some Lings show up, and they're not going to do very well against these Blue Flame Hellbats, but Blue Flame Hellbats now going to show up, and they are going to I think they are going to stop this Broodlord attack, but there's absolutely nothing that shoots up here for for Weefuchs. Weefuchs is out of money. There's absolutely nothing to mine in this. Fourth base is, third base is only 3 mineral patches, fourth base is 4 mineral patches. The fact that this fifth base stayed alive is actually pretty clutch for Weefuchs, but Ma is in such a commanding position. I don't think Ma actually knows how far ahead he is. He's retaken this 9 o'clock base, saturating all the gas. It's what seems to be struggling with the most, but yeah, I mean, in terms of lava, there's 119 lava, and I mean, just if you spent that much on Lings, you'd be gravy. Four Hillian's going to try and get something done, but it's not going to happen. Ma takes the first map of this semi-final. Yeah, Golden Aura taking us to the distance, and yeah, the Zerg player coming out on top. Our second map's going to be Oceanborn. Yeah, second map. I'm going to take the opportunity to drink some water. Second map's going to be Oceanborn, so a different map, but choky up into the natural, and yeah, we'll see how Weefuchs wants to play this one, or if we're going to have a 2-0 to kick off these semis. I'm looking to see. PvP semi also hasn't ended yet, so F2 Click and Alpha seem to be battling it out, which is good to see. We have a go from both players, and we're going to kick this what could be our very last map of this TVZ of the series. I do hope not, but it could very well be. While playing a pretty passive game, just trying to a pretty passive game and just taking up to Hive and Broodlords and everything. And yeah, we see if he wants to do the same in this next series, as we have in the bottom right hand corner for Berserker Esports. On match point, Blue Zerg player Small. Opponent in the top left for 3D, Red Terran SCVs, it's Weefuchs South. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what this map number 2 has in store for us, and see if we've got. See if we get a series on our hands, or if we're going to go to late game again. If this time Weefuchs can get the W. We have pretty standard openers here on both sides. Let's not forget how that first series started. out there. First match started with the six lings going across the map and causing a little bit of confusion in the Terran camp. This time around we have SCV Scout, seeing that the hatchery is at a normal time. We have 4 lings coming out, which is it's going to be enough to deflect this Reapers. 2 queens on the way, and I mean everything is as standard can be. So there we go. The lings show up, and or the Reaper shows up, and the lings get one nibble. The Reaper gets a shot on 2 lings, and that's about it. It's about as crazy as it gets. The lings are going to chill here at the front. Reaper is going to start to work through one. He's going to get the kill off from one of these lings, but the lings successfully deflect the Reaper enough to let that forward positioned creep tumor come out. So yeah, on the side of the Terran we have reacted Hellions coming out. Starport on the way as the orbital is about to finish up on the natural, and once again the lings do a pretty decent job of keeping the Reaper distracted long enough to let that creep tumor finish up. And yeah, the creep is a little bit of an early game win here for the Zerg player. Queen's ready to throw down another tumor as the third base is already finishing up. More does like this early third hatchery, which is good. I mean, it's nice to get the creep spreading forward, opting to expand vertically rather than into a triangle position. Yeah, Reaper and Hellions heading off to the north side, and I'll come into this third base. It hasn't even begun being saturated yet, but it is going to give we folks the heads up that this is coming, or that this expansion has been taken. Here we go. We see the dive in. We folks is okay. There's absolutely nothing there. Would be good to see where these roaches are rallied. They aren't rallied anywhere. So when they pop, we'll see exactly when we folks actually gets wind of these roaches. They do head off into the back there. It's going to once again a fusion core, so still seeing no saturation on this third base. Should say to you folks like, hey, wait a second, something's not right here. You have a third base, there's a scan in the main, everything seems normal. Like, what the hell's going on here? Where is everybody? Has it got roaches, ravagers banked up here at the ramp of the natural? Hellions are going to dive in, and they are going to see, wait, there's one ravager that's just finished morphing. Now he's going to say, hey, ooh, I'm in trouble. It'd be good to see some, oh wait, there's no bio. I was going to say good to see some bunkers being thrown down, but it is going to be a huge attack here on the front with some lings, roaches, ravagers, as the Hellions and Reaper are going to get caught outside. You need to let them in and close the door. Oh, the lings. Okay, the door is now being closed. I thought the door was just going to be left open there. We folks in a little bit of trouble as yeah, supply depot gets taken down, which is going to supply block him. Some good corrosive vials here, forcing these cyclones to disengage as the SCVs are being pulled into the choke here. I think this might just be enough. Oh, Hellbats eating one of the corrosive vials, but most of the roaches are gone, and now it's just lings that need to fight these Hellbats. One Ravager remains. Now it's lings versus cyclones, which is going to be pretty good. These lings sort of streaming in slowly. The Hellbat is now taken out. Lings versus cyclones. Cyclones on hold position in that sort of choke. Just got to absolutely mow through these lings, and it's a very good hold here by Wee Fuchs. There's a Banshee here to defend. The door is going to be closed once again. And yeah, Wee Fuchs has done a pretty solid job of holding that attack. Still only non-stop roach production here for Ma. Ma wants to stopping at 43 drones, and Ma wants to get aggressive again. Yamato is on the way as the first BC is coming down. The overlords are heading all over the map, and I'd love to see one of these overlords just go in for a scout just to see, wait a second, what's going on here. As yeah, the fusion core's at the back of the natural, so that would have been an easy scout coming in from the south side. There you go, 4 Cyclone's going to be able to just mow through these overlords that are just out in the middle of the map. Now you finally start to see a little bit of saturation on the third bases. Yep, more links come in, the door is open, the links are going to get us around in this hell, but that's not a good start. Links now see, okay, there's a BC, they're going to start to work through some of these SCVs. BC's going to try to do as good of a job as possible. These links are going to catch a few tanks, there's some roaches and ravages here, some corrosive bars on this BC, super clutch here for Mark. Corrosive bars do come down, but not enough to take out a BC as the roaches or the ravages are trying to fight their way into the natural here. Good idea to just disengage, throw down some spores and some drones and see if we can start to build some sort of economy here. Terran has stabilized. Now we've got some BC, now we've got a BC out and a couple cyclones. We've been doing a pretty good job of like just keeping the units down, but yeah, Ma needs to just sort of take a 4th hatchery, double Evo on the way, and just sort of recoup and say, okay, what do I need to do next? BC could be coming, so I need to continue my queen production. It is up to 7, so it's at a good number. But yeah, get some of this creep spread going up the ramp here and into the north side of the map and south side of the map. Pneumatized Carapace on the way, so OV speed coming down as here we go. Double cycling, going to pick off yet another overlord. At one point Ma had up to 138 supply, now down to 82 available. Ovi's just getting picked off, like I mentioned. The Ovi's heading out into the map was all map vision and not really good for keeping them alive. So there are a couple of Hellions coming up from the north side here. Get one active creep tumor. It's Blue Flame Hellion. Both players even on workers at the moment. There's a double factory or 2 extra factories on the way, so we're going to get mech once again. A very different game this on Oceanborn. We have yeah, Roach Ravager going up against mech, so not the greatest. Here we can see OV speed just coming in clutch, trying to keep some of these OVs alive. I'd like to see Ma knows that these BCs are at home, so it'd be good to see if maybe a couple more expansions. Yeah, the BCs are heading across the map. Absolutely nothing to contest with these BCs. Plus 1-1 on the way, so I wouldn't mind seeing some Hydras added in here, or yeah, BCs are just going to head into this third base, or into the triangle 4th base location, and just going to be able to deny this. There's no Spire, no Hydralisks, it's just really only Queens. 3 more Queens getting added on, so it's going to take the number up to 10. But 3 more Queens, it's just going to be mass tank. I think folks holding off the initial aggression there is probably what came in pretty clutch in the beginning. Is yeah, both BC is going to get some teleports, get some Yamatos off, and then just teleport out of there. So, yeah, Roach Ravager seems to be on the cards here for Ma as... Oh, I don't think it's the play this game. I think WeFox has got... I think WeFox has the strategy to win this map and take us to a game number 3. Tanks are just going to be able to shell away at these Ravagers before they engage. The Blue Flame Hellbats have been coming pretty clutch when dealing with these Ravagers. Absolutely mow through these Ravagers. The Roach Ravager is just not the answer for this series, and yeah, that tank line is just way too deep. We're going to see, yeah, I mean the Roach Ravagers do a pretty good job. They've taken on quite a few tanks, but yeah, BCs just show up and they just absolutely 16 more roaches get fired up for Ma, but it's not the answer. GG gets called, and we're going to game 3. Yeah, game number 3, Site Delta. Yeah, Ma I think just a little bit too committed onto, just a little bit too committed on the Roach Ravager. After the first hold from Weefuchs was good. After the second hold was pretty convincing. I thought, it'd be good to drone up, take a quick third, fourth base, or take a quick fourth, fifth base, and just go pretty into a macro game. Try macro up. You can see your opponents going for the same sort of like turtle mech style. It would have been good to try sort of get ahead in terms of economy. The turtle Terrans generally aren't super aggressive, and so you probably would have been safe, but yep, Ma just trying to turn on the heat and get the 2-0, and unfortunately takes us to a 1-1. But let's hop into game number 3, the final map of this semi-final. The bottom right hand corner for Berserk Esports, purple Zerg. That's Ma. His opponent in the top left, playing a pretty solid game number 2, and taking us to match point. It is the red Terran for 3D. It's Weefuchs. Let's see what Ma has in store for us. What both players have in store for us, I guess. But Ma seems to be the one who wants to turn up the heat. Going pool first, which I quite like. I'm pretty sure he went pool first in the first series, and went pool first in the first series, and had those 6 links to chase away the Reaper and turn the pressure on. Looks like Ma wants to do the same here. There we go, 6 lings, quick third hatch. So just sort of skipping on the first queen as the lings are about to pop. And once again we'll see, yep, this Reaper head across the map, and then just stay at home. Reaper gotta come out to meet these lings, and then just try micro back as well as you can. We'll see if we can keep an eye on Weefuchs' micromanagement here. As the Reaper does take a couple hits from these lings. As the micro's pretty good so far. Marine does show up, and it's going to be a huge help here. Marine not going to go down this time, or the Reaper. So slightly better start than game number 1. But I think Ma is in an okay position. It's really nothing too crazy. Third hatch is on the way. You're starting to saturate your natural. Everything seems to be pretty good. We have a pretty early Roach Warren, and we'll see if this third base, I mean the rally points are all correctly set, but we'll see if the third base gets saturated with any drones at all, or if it's just going to be roaches. We've got drones queued up for Vespine guys for an extractor that hasn't been built yet. Ma, you got to put one down first. There we go. Then I get rallied into the minerals instead. We'll see 6 roaches. I'd like to see 6 roaches into just drones. Reacted aliens on the cards as good to see the TC getting built on the high ground sometime soon. As yeah, 6 roaches into just drones, which I think is a great call from Mar. I mean, just roaches to keep we folks honest, and then yeah, once again, fusion core. So yeah, I'm not surprised, and I don't think Mar should be surprised at all. Here come the roaches. They're about to knock on the door, and they're going to get faced with some trouble on the outside. I don't think we folks really expected these 6 roaches to turn up now, as the 3 are going to head in. 3 are going to fight here at the natural. The great split here by Mars. It's actually pretty clutch. CC is going to be forced to lift. These 3 extra roaches go in, and I think 5 drones. I mean, there's 2 layers on the way apparently. Yeah, 6 roaches. Oh, pretty clutch. Gonna get rid of this fusion core. And, okay, great. I mean, the Banshee's going to show up, and that's the ultimate anti-roach defense. But yep, fusion core gets taken out. CC's going to get take a bit of damage. Yep, roach is going to one-shot these aliens. There's a cyclone now to help. But Mars, yep, going to get a lot of SCVs this time, and yep, these 6 roaches have done a pretty solid job. 3 roaches or 4 roaches are left. Okay, two get taken out almost instantly, and yeah, 8 SCVs, a lot of lost mining time. The fusion core has been taken out. Mars had this entire opportunity to drone up the 3rd base, taking a 4th probably at the top here. Yeah, gonna take a 4th and just expand completely vertically. Yeah, Mar in a pretty solid position. The pool first opener worked in the first series, and seems to be working in the 2nd series, well, in the final map. So here we go, double Evo. Armory coming down, so probably going to see some more mech out of WeFooks, which isn't surprising. The bio is very mechanical. Mech seems to be a bit slower and a bit easier to manage. So here we go, 12 drones getting fired up as the creep spread leaves a lot to be desired. Queen count's probably also low. Queen count is at 6, so it's not low. But the creep spread does leave a lot to be desired. I'd like to see Mark commit a little bit more to that. As double Banshee head into this 3rd base, there's going to be 1 queen, that's enough to deal with it. The Banshees aren't cloaked. Maybe the denial of all the creep tumors is going to kick more into some creep spreading, which will be good. I mean, getting that vision out on the map when you have this kind of an advantage is pretty good. 4 more OVs on the way, because the double Cyclone doing a pretty good job of cleaning up those OVs on the map. +1 melee on the way, and centrifugal hook, so Ling Bane. Mars is ahead, but probably shouldn't take his foot off the gas too much, as you're going to give WeFooks the opportunities to get back into the game. There's 20-something odd workers behind, which I mean, mules are a hell of a drug. There's the 3rd CC just finished up into an orbital, and I'd like to see it lifted off. Yeah, go lift it off, heading down to the low ground as Blue Flame +1 vehicle weapons is on the way here. WeFooks is just sort of saying, well, I didn't have a great early game, but you know what, I have I know what I need to do to get back into this game. As a couple lings are going to head off into the 3rd base, see that there's aliens and Hellbats taken care of pretty swiftly, but it's a pretty defensive setup here from WeFooks. He's just poised at the front and doesn't want to die, so can't blame him. 13 more drones on the way. 93 drones is going to be a huge economy here for Mar. Yeah, who's starting to expand into the bottom side of the map, which is good to see. Like like I said, the creep spread definitely needs some work on. The queens are positioned in a manner that says to me they want to spread creep, but yeah, no creep just yet. There's 2 queens protecting this 4th base in like top right, but there's 7 cards that are about to dive in here, and 2 queens aren't going to be enough to protect these this extremely oversaturated drone line. 8 drones get taken out so quickly. These are blue flame aliens. 8 becomes 17 in the blink of an eye. Then changes to 20. Yeah, that was 28 drone mineral line, and 20 have since been removed. Only 6 remain, so a very successful Hellion dive, and I mean 20 drones for the cost of 4 Hellions I think is a trade pretty much all of us will take any time. So yep, Hive is literally about to finish now, and yeah, Ma is kind of just letting we folks get back into this. I'd like to see him get maxed and hit that 3rd base, which is also extremely oversaturated. 30 SCVs. I mean, just rolling some Bailings into that would just be absolutely catastrophic. There's Hellions coming into the south side here. They spot, okay, there's a hatchery. These Lings are going to jump onto these Hellions for 4 cars, but actually manage to make it past into the mineral line. And that's not good. Ooh, the drones get a little bit of assistance in the rest. Limit the damage down to 5, and yeah, that's pretty nicely done. Adrenals on the way, +2 Ultra Caverns on the way, so yeah, Ma once again just trying to tech up, and you know, I wouldn't even mind a Nidus or something, just something to keep wee folks back at home. With this huge Ling attack setting up here, sort of poised to start taking the Terran's bases, which I mean I don't mind at all. Ultra speed on the way with 5 ultras in production, so here we go, a couple changelings, which I like. I quite like the addition of the changelings. The fact that the tanks pick them off like almost instantly is amazing, if you ask me. Here we go. Observer, Overseer, just coming in here, and should just move around and see that it's just pure mech. Here we go. Spire is now on the way. We can see the 4th base, and this is what I was hoping Ma would deny, because this 4th base being taken here by wee folks really just helps him just saturate. Main base is almost mined out. Yeah, a little bit late to the party to deny the deny that CC going down there. Here we go. Now there's an attack. Lings and ultras. If we get this around in the store, this is probably going to be a pretty clean up at this 4th base location. And this is something I can't really let all failings. Something I can't let we folks get up. You really need to be denying this 4th base over and over and over again. It's quite a deep tank line here that I don't think I should be pushing into. Now you see with all the overseers. See how deep this tank line goes. This is beautiful. This is beautiful Terran defense here. Dropping some changelings on these tanks to get some friendly fire would have been a 200 IQ move. But now Ma knows exactly what it's going up against. It's tanks, stores, and hellbats. And 22 Lings and Ultras. 22 Lings and 6 Ultras on the way. A couple Vipers being added in here. Probably for some blinding clouds, just seeing exactly how deep that tank line went. And yeah, Ma and we folks sort of going toe to toe once again, heading into that late game. And yeah, we've got some Queen energy just banked up. Yeah, there we go, a couple of creep tumors getting thrown down. Like I said, the creep spread just really wasn't great. Something which I think could some improvements could be made there, but yep, we folks sort of poised to defend this 3rd base location. Handful of links, maybe a dozen links into this 4th base location would be pretty catastrophic for we folks who's kind of running out. I mean, the mass mule drop at the 3rd base is great for your economy. It sort of keeps you on par with the Zerg, but Overseers sort of catching this huge move out as Yeah, you know this is coming now for Ma. You know it's knocking on your door. And just like 6 links, 12 links heading off into the third base location would be pretty clutch. Here we go. Ma sort of setting up for a base around here. Queen's defending at the front as Ultra's links is the blinding clouds going down on his tanks and his walls, which is a huge boon to Ma's ability to clean this up. But yeah, the Terran mech is pretty strong. Queen's at the front. All the Ultras get taken out from the back, and it's just Queen's now fighting with Blue Flame Hellbats at the front. As yeah, looks like everything kind of gets cleaned up here. I mean, 12 more Ultras and 20 lings in production. What do we have on the field here? We have nothing to defend this push. WeFox really needs to be putting pressure on here because yeah, Mark kinda doesn't have anything to defend this. All of his army supplies in production. We've got yeah, some great blinding clouds here once again. The things are now sort of streaming in, but everything's kind of streaming in slowly. I need to get all of his army together before making any sort of push here. The Ultras are great. I mean, taking up to Ultras is pretty good, but you've got 2 Ultras running into there. You need as many lings as you can to sort of tank with this. Get some Bane lings mixed in here to take out those Hellbats as soon as possible. Yeah, Mar in a little bit of trouble. Catching these tanks unsieged is pretty big, but now they do get the siege up. There's no Vipers to throw down some blinding clouds. Yeah, lings sort of streaming in slowly. 70 lings. That's what I expected to see earlier. 70 lings in production. 84 lings and 11 ultras. That's going to be the answer to this attack. Now you can see that this 4th base getting saturated is sort of giving a boon to WeFox's economy. Dropping some changelings on these tanks would be a pretty big brain move. I'm serious. It would be such a nice way to draw out some friendly fires. Yeah, Lings need to be coming in from the back. Couple Lings need to be coming from the back, which is pretty clutch. They are getting on top of these siege tanks. That's going to be enough to stifle this attack. The reinforcements are here already for reinforcement. Okay, Lings with the June lot are pretty good. There's some more ultras. Now that the Terran army is sort of split off from each other, the Zerg is actually able to deal with it a bit better. But I mean, this Terran mech is something else now. It's pretty strong to deal with. As yeah, Ma needs to get some counter harass done. Needs to get some damage. As 6th base is now on the way for the Terran, and yeah, you really need to be doing some damage. Some lings are where are these lings headed? Yep, this 3rd base is going to be forced to lift. Lings. Oh, Ma has absolutely no idea. She sees that this base is being taken further down. Yeah, the SCVs are going to evacuate to the top right. Keeping those alive is a pretty big deal. Behind these bases is going to be pretty huge. Some mules getting dropped on the right hand side here. SCV is just chilling on creep. They're going to head back now as yeah, I think Ma is kind of aware, saying, hey, wait a second. Yeah, Ma knows that this base exists. So yeah, you really need to move out and take this base. Okay, the engagement is going to happen. A lot of Thors in this. Thor's tanks against Lings and Ultras. I think the Ling Ultra might just be enough here, and it is going to be enough. Man needs to come down and take the space and just keep this momentum going. The mass repairs is pretty good, but the Lings are going to target the SCVs. The SCVs are going to be forced to evacuate. It's going to be another dead base. The fact that WeFox is taking this top right base again is pretty important, but yeah, I think this Ling Ultra army is just the CC finishes up just in the nick of time. He's gonna be able to lift off. Ma finally getting the defense off and starting to get the offensive rolling. You know that WeFox is going to be camped up in the main base. You've denied 3 mining bases, 4 mining bases. Some changelings running around. That's exactly what you really need from Ma right now. You need that information to say, wait a second, what's going on? How ahead am I? See that this base is just finished up, and yeah, Ma is okay. Ma's in an okay position. A few idle drones hanging around, which isn't that big of a deal. But yeah, we go 44 SCVs on this third base mineral line. 5 times oversaturated. Mar has a lot of gas, so I mean, morphing these lings into banelings wouldn't be a complete waste. I like the addition of the spawns just to try help keep these outer bases a bit safer. But here we go. Oh, just a couple of Hellions for the entire army to come back here. Weefox kind of needs those quick little wins, because they'll be in a little bit of trouble. The main CC could be floated off into this 9 o'clock position, which I wouldn't mind too much. But here we go. Here's a huge ling changeling overseer army here. So we denied fourth base once again, as yeah, these mules are a little bit stuck. They're now getting rallied somewhere else, and that's a little bit unfortunate, because that's a lot of lost mule mining. Overseers just seeing exactly how deep this tank line goes, and yeah, I think Marge is sort of like deciding how he wants to take this game, because this game really is Marge's game to lose. Checking, oh, there's a burrowed ling over there. No taking that base, no taking that base, no taking that base. Here comes the main engagement now. So coming in from all angles to huge surround, and I think that's going to be it. 46 SCVs get taken out here. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of army supply left over. But yeah, Weefox down to 20 SCVs, 38 getting taken out in that engagement. Yeah, GG saying there's no real way for me to play this out. Take the 2-1 and head off into the finals. Wow, what a series. That was pretty hectic. pretty hectic. Yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a PVZ action, as yeah, we've got F2 Click going up against Mar for the final. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy series. Going a distance, going to game 3. As yeah, we're just gonna have a yeah, we're just going to get this final set up. Yeah, I'm just going to throw us into a little break, and we shall be back with the finals ready to go. So yeah, stick around, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld. And with it, our legacy.
Alright, so I have returned, and so have the players. We have a PVZ on our hands. Actually, give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. Sorry, so I have a best of 5 PVZ to finish off Contender 34. We have both wow. Okay, we have a very high level diamond PVZ kicking it off here. Both players over 4,000 MMR. Both players have a pretty good idea of what they need to do. We'll see if they're able to do it or not. As the vetoes are rolling, so vetoes are as follows: Ghost River out, Post Youth out, Crimson Court out, Amphion out. So let's see. Let us see what map number 1 is going to be. First map, Side Delta. Okay, so first map's going to be Side Delta. Just waiting on the rest of the picks. Someone's asked for 1 minute. Which is okay. Yeah, looking forward to some PVZ action. I'm gonna enjoy some snacks before it gets going. We're going to start on site Delta. Map 2 is going to be Dynasty. Map 3 Golden Aura. We have Alcyone and Oceanborn. Left to choose for map 3 and 4. Cool. Map 4 is going to be Oceanborn, if we get there, and also I need to finish it off. Nice. Yep, go from one. Yeah, go from both, and we have the finals underway. PVZ finals. Berserker Esports going up against 3D. This is going to be a goodie. As we kick this one off in the bottom right hand corner, this is the orange Protoss player for 3D to kick us off the final series of Contender 34. It is F2 Click. His opponent in the top right, in the top left, I beg your pardon, the Leviathan skin, is a purple Zerg player for Berserker Esports. It is Ma. Alright. Gateway Scout. Pull first. Okay. Snacks are rolling. Water has been poured. We're ready to kick this one off. F2 Click comes in. Sees the scout, sees that it's pull first. Doesn't see a huge flood of lings. Still sees 3 lava banked up here, so should know that the lava was banked up for the ending of the spawning pool, so it wasn't a 12 pool, and I think that's pretty important. Ma going for a build that he knows works. 6 lings heading across the map. We'll see if F2 Click was paying attention to that, because that probe's heading up into the main base and there's no wall in place. Stalker is being chronoed out, so that's a correct unit, but here we go. 6 lings do show up. Stalker's in the wall, but yeah, lings playing ring around a cybernetics core at the moment, as the Stalker and 2 probes are going to be here to defend, and lings, or I mean the micro here from both players is pretty big. These probes are going to get two Zerglings. The Zerglings are not going to try to get another probe. They do manage to get another probe, and I mean, all said and done, six links for 2 probes. It's not a crazy trade. Stargate gets fired up pretty much straight away, right here in the front. So F2 click, not looking to hide that at all. I mean, this Overlord is just wandering around the main basing. There's absolutely no pylon here. Might just catch wind of it as it heads through the natural. But yeah, we've got a cheeky little pylon out here in the middle of the map. And let's check it. Does Mars see it here? Mars is well aware that there's a Stargate. Won't know what's building out of it, but will now. See that it's a Void Ray, so that Void Ray is just going to get 2 OVs and then possibly start patrolling around. We'll see what F2 click wants to do with this pylon in the middle, top middle of the map, kind of. As Mars starting to saturate the 3rd base, hasn't particularly needed to go for a very gas heavy build. Still mining 3 drones out of the initial gas. Probably see some spore crawlers get thrown down now, and Mars should be in an okay position to deal with this Oracle. I like this though. 3 more gates. 5 more gates out of F2 click. So 2 queens going to intercept that Oracle. Oracle is going to dive into the natural mineral line. Gets 2 drones, 3 drones. Oh, coming back for the 4th. Oh, okay, gets a 4th. The spore crawlers are on their way. Wow, Mar getting the scouts off with this OV is actually pretty big. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that that this gets scouted. Ovi sort of just heading around this gateway. He's gonna fall before it turns into a warp gate for Zealots. Could be enough to chase away these lings, but yeah, Oracle did make it all the way home. Void Ray gonna pick off. Okay, this is only gonna be the 2nd Overlord kill for the Void Ray, so not the most successful Void Ray, but I mean, success is still success. Double pylon here means this is gonna stay alive. Void Ray probably just gonna hang around here for defenses. We've got we've got 8 gates plus 8 gate charge lot. This is what we saw F2 click do earlier on in the tournament. Yeah, we saw F2 do this against macro players, so there was a warp prism to go with this. Against macro player. This time there's an Oracle and a Void Ray, and in terms of units to defend this, there's 20 lings. There's exactly 1 ling for every zealot, and that's not going to be enough. Okay, there's now 19 banelings that are morphing into. Charges just finished. Charges here, we've got 1-1 on the way. 1-1's going to hit just before this attack. The Zealots are starting to work in banelings. The banelings do pop, but they are Zealots do tank, and yeah, now there's just charge lots running rampant everywhere. Lings do pop up. There's 24 more lings in production. Just too heavy on the drone count there. Unfortunately, was not expecting the follow-up. 8 gate charge lot with an expansion behind it, so not even an all-in. F2 click gets the first win on the board. Alright, so map number 2, Dynasty. Gonna be a good one. A slightly different setup here. As yeah, we hope to see more play, something a little different. Maybe a bit more aggressive, maybe a bit more in his opponent's face. Yeah, game number 1 didn't exactly go according to plan. I think yeah, but anyways, let's get this one underway. As we have in the bottom left hand corner of Dynasty, orange Protoss probes for 3D F2 click, and in the top right hand corner the purple Zerg drones once again going for pull first. It is for Berserker Ma. Yeah, I was honestly expecting a bit of a longer game there, but F2 click with that 8-gate charge lot attack seems to just be killing Zerg players. I mean, he did it, as I mentioned earlier, did it in the first series against Macro player. They one had a War Prism. This time was just helped with a Void Ray and an Oracle, but yeah, charge lots turns out charge lots are pretty tanky. So yeah, 6 Lings gonna make their way across the map. F2 click gonna be cheeky in the back of the natural here. F2 click taking the gold base, so gonna open up the bottom side for attack, but I mean 8 pros mining on the gold straight away is gonna have a huge boon to F2 click's economy. These Lings are gonna come up here, they're gonna see, oh, okay, there's a Zealot in the wall, great. So you Mr. Zealot. Probes are going to come down and attack, which not ideal. Probes mineral walking through the walking past the Zealot. Mar gonna with an Overlord gonna see that F2 click has taken this gold base, and yeah, it's going to be okay. Stalker being chronoed out is going to be the correct response, and should force Mar to just disengage here. Mar just going to be well aware that there's a probe just rallying here in the back of the natural. We see a forge on the way, so it's going to be for like some defensive cannons. Once his minerals get mined out, that's going to be another avenue for attack. Yeah, while going for a pretty quick lair. In this game number 2. As on the side of the Protoss, we've got some +1 on the way, a Robo, just to complement that +1 as, yeah, a third Nexus is on the way in the normal natural expansion. It's a shield battery in this mineral line, which I mean, I'd like to see. Yeah, there's still quite a few minerals here to mine. So, yep, we have a game setting up. A couple OVs on the way. Some drones fired up. As not too much is happening. Roach speed on the way. So. yeah, just waiting to see one link shows up, and just gonna get the confirmation that there's a natural expansion on the low ground. So Ma well aware that Protoss player is going up to 3 bases, and would probably do good to saturate your third, and then just make a whole bunch of army and try not to die to the attack. So go. Yeah, so here we go. The third base saturation is underway. This OV comes in and is gonna start to get the scouts. Pretty clutch changeling coming in here. Gonna see the chrono on the forge as hallucinated phoenix comes in, and yeah, F2 click is gonna get the scouts off as well. Yeah, we have 3 gates, a double shield battery, and a photon cannon. Just like a nice defensive setup here for F2 click. This mineral patches are starting to get a little bit low, so there we go. Ma with some speed. Look to put a bit of pressure on here. F2 click gonna be well aware that this attack is coming. Is an observer here in a perfect position to see exactly what's going on. Ma unable to do anything about that. Doesn't have any ravages, but here we go. Yeah, huge amount of roaches just going to show up here. Some good force fields. Going to split a couple of these units off, which yeah, Ma would do good to target down one of these gateways. As Mortal's barrier gets popped, and he's going to not get taken out. Shield battery is dead. Oh, it does actually end up getting taken out. Wrong shield battery gets overcharged. Not going to keep that Immortal alive, as there's a lot of roaches still here. Attacking this photon cannon. The Colossi shows up. I mean, that's not going to. A little bit of like mineral walking there. Is just going to try to get a little bit of surface area, push a few of these roaches out, but some stalkers walk in. There's just one Colossi up against this whole bunch of roaches. Roaches do head back. We're going to take deep power the 2 gateways and shield battery at the front. And this Colossi is actually going to manage to take out these roaches. Everything gets unpowered at the front. There's a couple of units are now getting warped in. 3 more stalkers. Oh, the pylon just survives just long enough for these stalkers to warp in, but with some good roach micro over here, the stalkers are getting taken out. A few stalkers get left behind to work through those buildings. There's yeah, more roaches on the way. Link speed is about to finish up, so some reinforcing links probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but the cybernetic score is going to go down. Yep, cybernetic score lands up going down. There's double Colossi now, and 3 stalkers. 3 stalkers with blink are going to be pretty good at keeping these roaches busy. But yeah, roaches just need to split off and just get rid of these Colossi one at a time. Commit to a Colossi push, and yeah, shield battery overcharge, going to keep that Colossi alive. This Colossi is going to get taken out. Oh, these roaches, man. Roaches are just so tanky. Colossi, now that their mineral patch is mined out completely, the roaches actually have an additional path coming in here through the gold-based minerals. Roaches in the main base, the probes getting pulled into the defend. Roaches getting microed away from zealots. There's a whole bunch of chaos over here, but F2 click is far from dead. Far from dead. There's still 8 roaches in production. I'd like to see Ma just like consolidate his entire army together and then just go for one big push. That's what seems to be happening here on the north side. Having a look at the units tab, there's 2 Colossi and 3 zealots, so that's pretty much the only thing that F2 click has to defend us with. There's a pylon getting warped in here, which is going to make sure that this shield battery stays repowered, but yep, these roaches just need to get into a bunch and just go for the push. I think that's how Ma wins this map number 2, 10 drones, so it is going to be triple expansion behind this, and then 10 more drones, so it's just not going to be a full-on committed attack, but I mean some lings into this natural base. Now that this is open, there's 4 stalkers there, so I mean some tunneling roaches would just be epic right about now. But yeah, we're going to head back and macro up a little bit. We're going to try build a bit of a force that can do some damage. Triple Colossi with the double disruptor here, so that's a lot of splash, and I don't think that's some splash that Ma wants to be going up against and taking an unfavorable trade. So yeah, Ma maybe just giving F2 click a little bit too much time to get back into this. As yeah, it's pretty much Roach Ravager +1 missile and +1 melee get fired up here. Yeah, Ling's heading into this natural. Are going to be able to get quite a few probes, I think. Here we go. Shield battery overcharge gets used. It's used on a few of these probes. There's some Lings getting rid of some more probes. 11 probes land up going down. F2 click is chasing the majority of this army, but these Lings are... Okay, Lings do get 11 probes, so that's pretty clutch. Keeping the Protoss economy down is going to be really important. 5 Stalkers get warped in here. Looks like F2 click wants to be aggressive. Wants to sort of take the game to Ma, not let Ma have all the breathing room. A Ling counter attack into the gold would be gold right about now, as yeah, F2 click is going to come into this triangle third base location, and Ma is going to know about it now. There's a little bit of long distance mining happening from one of these drones, unfortunately. But here we go. F2 click coming out onto creep. He's going to take out this triangle hatchery. Ma needs to be setting up a surround here, but there's a triple Colossi double disruptor and a whole bunch of Blink Stalkers. Here we go. First Purification Novas get fired. Oh, double Purification Nova get fired. Both of them worth, as Roaches and Ravagers have a pretty good concave here. Now they start stutter stepping forward, as this is going to be a pretty good cleanup. I think the Disruptor is going to recharge and should be ready to fire pretty soon. F2 click gonna evacuate. There's a couple Stalkers getting warped in here to help defend, as yep, F2 click gonna try to get out of there. Now Mars gonna head into the gold base location. Triple Colossi and some Stalkers. I mean, with these minerals here, Mars should be okay. Mars pushing into the gold base of F2 click. F2 click down 100 supply at the moment. I mean, it is mostly Roach Ravager, but I mean, it's still nothing to scoff at. 100 supply is a lot of supply to be down. I mean, depowering these gateways. Mars just heading up into the main base and just saying, well, come fight me, bro. As, yep, F2 click is sort of saying, well, if your entire army's over there, then I'm going to head into your natural, and I'll see how you like it. So, looks like we have a little bit of a base trade going on here, but I think if that's the case, Ma is in a much better position. 65 drones to the 20 probes. The recall is happening onto the natural. F2 click's going to have to push up the ramp into his own main. Oh, Disruptor gets taken out before some Warp Prism Micro can happen. Ma saying, well, I'm not going to let you come up into your main, I'm just going to push down into your natural. So here we go, shield battery overcharges gets used, and that gets taken out relatively quickly. Corrosive bars get flying out all over the show as another Colossi falls. There's only one Colossi alive now, as some Warp Prism Micro is not going to be able to keep... Oh, he's going to be able to keep that Colossi alive. Some Warp Prism Micro, unfortunately, is not going to be enough to keep F2 click in this game, and F2 click is going to take the L this time. Now he's going to get the first points on the board for Berserker Esports. Yeah, well played there by Ma. I think F2 click leaving that, or letting that gold base mine to the point where it becomes another avenue is, I mean, it's something that you'd have to constantly think about, but I mean, it really just allowed more another opportunity to get into the main base. And yeah, we yeah, Ma takes takes us to at least a game number 4, so we are going to see Oceanborn at the very least. Golden Aura is next up. Yeah, we are going to see Oceanborn at the very least. One of the players has asked for a few minutes break, so yeah, we shall give him a few moments, and yeah, we look forward to having this go to a game 5. The Golden Aura is it's going to be a fun map to going to be a fun map for us to see what both these players have to bring to the tournament. So yeah, we shall just honor the request for a few moments. And yeah, I shall take a few moments to myself. So stick around for the rest of the finals. We'll be back in probably 2 minutes or so, give or take. Okay, so I am back. Still waiting for one of the players to return. So yeah, what's up to everybody in the chat? Good to have you all here. Thanks for stopping by. We will have this final underway in a few moments. But yeah, let me know where you're watching from. I'm casting this from sunny London. From sunny London, and yeah, enjoying the springtime. Yep. Let's see. Let's recreate the lobby. as we look to kick this one off. Yep, everybody is ready. And we are underway. The countdown has begun. 6, 5, 4. Nice. 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 Okay. Happy days. We are underway. In the bottom right hand corner of Golden Aura. It is the orange Protoss player for 3D Clan. It's F2 click. His opponent in the top right. The purple Zerg drones for Berserker Esports. It is Ma. Ma, just gonna go for a standard hatch first. So changing it up a little bit. I'm gonna go hatch first. 16 hatch into gas, 18 gas, 17 pool. Pretty much the most standard opener ZVP. The drones had a funny pull there. I thought they might have gone for this around on the probe, but not quite. As yeah, we set up for a for the set up for a normal early game. Yep. 2 lings in production. Probably just gonna chase this probe all the way home. The Leviathan lings kind of look like a little bit like scorpions. As yeah, Sophie's gonna come in. He's gonna get the scout off and see that it is a twilight. So let's see if the Sophie's passing changes or if yeah, this is gonna be a confirmation of the twilight does change. So he's going to see the adepts. Upon seeing the adepts, I would like to see Ma throw down a roach warren. Okay, Lay is underway. Probably will see the roach warren fairly soon. I would start having some alarm bells if. There we go. Yeah, roach warren on the way. See a twilight, you see some adepts, and there's no stalker chasing you over your way. We'll see if F2 click wants to change the strat, or if we're just going to double down. Looks like we're doubling down. That's it. Glaive adepts. Robo's on the way, so we'll see if it's going to be reinforced with some go. Ling's going to spot all of these adepts, and Ma really needs to be firing up some roaches. Roach warren's been done for a while. 3 roaches fire up now, as the adepts are already on creep and shading into the natural. Oh, they're going to find themselves in just... Oh, I was going to say they're going to find themselves in a little cheeky choke. There we go. Lava getting picked off. So that's 3 no roaches. Adepts. Okay, they are going to finish the shade off into the natural. We'll see how many drones actually end up going down here. I don't know about the shade, but they do. The shade resets so quickly that they are going to be able to reset and shade out. So 4 drones go down for 2 adepts. I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad. It's a pretty decent hold. I mean, you've forced out a couple roaches. There's some immortals popping out at home. There's an immortal popping out at home. So you'll be okay if Ma wanted to go across with the roaches that you forced out. We'll see if Ma's just gonna let it slide, or if we're gonna go back into some drones. Yes. I think the drones is the right call. Also probably not over committing to this aggression. Hallucinated Phoenix is going to spot this move out, and F2 click. I'm not too sure if F2 click was paying attention or not. Probably is paying attention now. A couple of extra sentries warp in, and there we go. Some good force fields. Don't actually block off the entirety of the ramp, so good corrosive bars to knock out those force fields. Looks like Ma is going to just push forward. One of those force fields definitely needed to be saved for this door. Yeah, it looks like Ma is just not microing here. Could probably get through the door there. A huge concave here for F2 click, and F2 click actually holds the line nicely. Maybe roaches weren't able to get through the door. It's a bit strange. If an immortal can get through, a roach could probably get through. So I feel like Ma could have done a little bit better there, but I mean, there were drones being built on the back end of this, and yep. F2 click survives. Ma survives. 4th base underway, and here we go. Some roaches and ravagers just patrolling around. 3rd base going to get set up to get taken, as yeah, looks like both players are looking to move out. The only difference is F2 click sees a ravager heading across there. Oh, Ma sees the timing of the 3rd base, and I think he's like, oh, wait a second, where's your army? And the army is actually going to catch the army of Mars. Here we go. Mars' army unfortunately getting caught out here in the open, as yeah, it's best to stand and fight. Oh, some great force fields there. 2 roaches land up getting out, as Ma just needs army. A little bit supply block. 6 overlords on the production tab. A few popped just as I said that. So yeah, Ma is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Doesn't have the money to spend. Has the lava, but doesn't actually have the gas to make any roaches. Only thing you need right now is anything to defend. So 6-7 roaches in production. They're not going to be here for this first engagement, as the army supply is pretty similar. A lot of sentries in your good guardian shield. There's some roach ravager going to come in from the back end. Ma kind of needs to get everything together and fight it. There's some picks off the reinforcements. There's some good force fields once again out of F2 click. Ooh, corrosive bars landing on a few of these units. The sentries are kind of gas heavy. They need to get taken out here. Oh, one immortal gets saved in a war prison. Corrosive bars come down, and this is a pretty serious engagement. 13 more roaches are about to pop. So even some drones are being pulled into the fight here as these roaches pop, and here we go. More drones getting pulled in here, but I think F2 click might just have too much firepower here. There's 16 drones that have gone down, 20 drones so far. Even the drones from the main getting pulled into this fight, and oh, this is too much. This is too much, and it's pretty hard for here for Ma to look at and say. I mean, even if he holds this attack and survives, there's only 18 drones left on the field. Ma kind of just processing this, it's called, and F2 click with a pretty solid strat. Game number 3 is going to get get onto match point first. Nice, Oceanborn up next. As F2 Click is the first person on match point. We'll see if one player with a go-go, second go-go gets started. These players really want to kick this off. As just watching the replay of that engagement was pretty sad, and some good War Prison Micro keeping those Immortals alive as long as they did. Unfortunately for Mar, having a bit of his army out in the middle of the map. That little bit of army getting caught wasn't ideal, and it would have been better to have that army defending at home. But I mean, it is what it is. That's sometimes how the cookie crumbles, and in the bottom right hand corner of Oceanborn for what could possibly be the last map. Is on match point is the orange Protoss player for 3D Clan. It's F2 Click. His opponent in the top left for Berserker Esports, looking to bring it back and take us to a game number 5. It's the purple Zerg player, Ma. So yeah, let's Ma once again going for a pool first. Not something we haven't seen him do at all today. So pool first once again. Seemed to just be a comfortable build. As F2 Click, probably just gonna let this probe patrol out, and just as we wait to see how this game sets up. Once again, the 6 links of Mar. Just heading across the map. F2 Click doesn't get the deny on that third base. We see the Stalker getting chronoed out. The Stalker almost gets surrounded by these lings. That's not something that's supposed to happen. I mean, almost is enough to almost is almost. Stalker gets back into range of the shield battery at the front, and these lings are now just going to run for their lives. Just try to be as annoying as possible in the main base. And just have a little bit of a deny. You can see the rally point of that probe was to deny the hatchery from going down, but fortunately the hatchery went down just before the deny. So yeah, we have our early game sort of just setting up here. There's a queen that's about to pop on this natural base, and the adept finishes up the all the workers coming for the citizens arrest. Two drones land up going down. The adept's not going to get a third, but yeah, the Stargate was seen by Mar, who definitely made it known that he had clicked on that. So Oracles is the choice. He's going to be the first unit out of there. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how Mar defends this. Because yeah, so far there's 4 queens. Yeah, 4 queens Mar. Sort of floating a few minerals. You see 3 OVs on the way, 5 lava. Just hanging around. So not ideal, but I mean, there we go, 7 drones. 11 drones, good. So I like this from Mar. Spreading some creep, droning up. Probably expect out of F2 click, if I was Mar, I'd be expecting a gateway attack. I'd probably be expecting lots of charge lots or something. There we go, Glaives is on the way. So be expecting something out of the Twilight and then a huge gateway explosion, and just look to defend that. So it's going to be no scouting this. Yeah, Mar hasn't seen the Twilight, so there's absolutely no idea that it's on the way. But I mean, if I was Mar, I'd be expecting something around the 6.5 minute mark. Oracle comes in, gets 2 more drones, but might have got that. Okay. Yeah, Oracle comes in, gets 2 more drones, does take some hull damage, so that's going to head home. As Glaives is about to finish up. How many gates do we have? We're up to 4 gates, so it's not the super committed. It's not the super committed gateway explosion, but yeah, still going to be 4 gate Glaives, which is something you need to respect. And if you're not expecting it, which it doesn't look like Mar is, because it's just got some Lings and some Queens. Okay, Queens rallying to the front here is not much to defend this. The depths are going to shade into this 3rd base. Drones are going to evacuate the 3rd base. Spore Crawler is getting taken out, so now the Adepts will just be able to shade forward as the Queens give chase. As yeah, Lings are now just going to show themselves and say, well, we're ready to take this fight. Adepts are just right clicking down this hatchery for now as the Queens are starting to get some serious damage in here. The Adepts have a shade. F2 click looks like a little bit busy at home, as looks like all of these Adepts are going to get taken out before the shades get one Adept. Okay. 1 Adept finishes up and gets a drone for that, as the Oracle's going to fly into 5 Queens, and that's not a good sign. Oh, F2 click paying attention, keeping that Oracle alive is pretty clutch. Now we have a huge Ling counter attack. 35 Zerglings on the map, and it looks like all of them are here. The Stalkers get surrounded almost immediately. Shield battery overcharge gets popped. A couple Lings do actually go around and actually right click down the shield battery overcharge. Some 4 Adepts warp in here, and that's going to be enough to deflect this counter attack, which I honestly expected to do a bit more. But yeah, F2 click just defending that with 4 Stalkers and 4 Adepts. So here we go. 2 gates, and a little bit of the Sim City expansion. 3 gates, cannon behind them, and yeah, Ling's gonna try push into the natural. Not going to happen. The Baneling bust would be pretty nasty right about now, but it's not going to happen. Robotic support bay finishing up here. Blink on the way. As yeah, as we're going into double Colossi production. So we're setting up for F2 click to have a really powerful army. And in terms of what Mar has, we've only got 4 bases. Would be good to see a 5th getting taken sometime soon. 4 base lair, infestation pit's done, so yeah, 2/2s on the way. Just 2/2 melee and Carapace, so oh, I mean, this Oracle's maybe got one more dive like that, and then we'll be in trouble. Adepts are going to shade into this 4th base location. There's a lot of links to greet these Adepts. You want to be cancelling that shade, okay? F2 click lets the shade finish, but there's 4, 6, 8 queens here to defend and a whole bunch of links, so it's going to be the most successful Adept play the Adept shade, but I mean, F2 click once again, making sure that Mar is at home and defending. Mar kind of doesn't have all the money that he needs to take a 5th base. There we go. 5th base gets queued up now. Extractor and with extractors, so yeah, we got a little bit of oversaturation here at the 3rd base. So Mar is pretty desperate. He's up to 97 workers, so pretty desperate to get the the 5th base up and running. Possibly even a 6th Ling counter attack comes in at the correct time, gets a denial of this 4th base. So this is going to be pretty clutch for Mars. It's going to be really important to keep denying this 4th base for as long as possible. The creep denial over here is a nice little touch. 4 Colossi out though, so 4 Colossi is not something to scoff at all. We'll see if Mark can get some changelings in here and get a scout off of what exactly F2 Click is doing. The F2 Click is on a match point, so 4 Colossi Stalker is nothing to scoff at here, because it's now on creep. Now Ma is aware of what's going on here. Ma has opted to go just purely into Ling Bane this game, and we'll see if Ling Bane is going to be enough to get this done. Yeah, Ling Bane are going to have to get us around here. These drones need to evacuate. Drones are going to have to evacuate to the south here and to the west and see how much time they can buy. Stasis trap being set up, which is going to be pretty clutch. If all these Lings run in at the same time, there's another stasis trap. Oh, pretty good movement there by Mars, sending only one Bailing to get triggered by that stasis trap. Queens are going to try to fight him here. Mars not looking to attack with everything here. Okay, Bailing start crashing into these Stalkers. Oh, the Colossi at the back are just going to melt these Lings as the Stalkers tank in the front. Queens have some great transfusions here, but they need to disengage. It's not the fight you really want to be committing your Queens to. Now the Stalkers blink forward, and that's going to be your entire all your Queens gone. And I think that's the game-winning move there by F2 Click, sort of just letting your Stalkers tank the Banes at the front, and unfortunately Mars is sort of just letting those Queens just hang around a little bit too long. A few more Stalkers, reinforcement Stalkers will move in here, and there's some more Stalkers getting walked in at the back here. I think F2 Click has just done enough here. The 67 army supply to 15 of Ma. Adrenal's on the way, but Adrenal's not going to be enough when you don't have enough of an army to fight. F2 Click 8 times the army supply, 7 times the army supply now, as yeah, now kind of just processing that maybe those Queens shouldn't have stood there in the front for that long, and allowing the Stalkers to just blink on top of them. It's not looking pretty here. 4 Ultras on the way with Adrenal, but 4 Ultras is yep, not going to be enough. And yeah, GG gets called, and F2 Click is going to be yeah, your Contender 34 winner. Well done. Yeah, well done to F2 Click and 3D Clan for taking this Contender. Unfortunately for Mara, it was yeah, not to be this time. Yeah, not to be, but I mean, it is what it is. There's always next time. So yeah, unfortunately, I think, like I said, just letting those Queens just hang around in the front for a little bit too long, and yeah, just taking that unfavorable trade, unfortunately. And yeah, that's all she wrote, really. Well done to once again, well done to F2 Click. Thanks for everybody for tuning in to this week's Contender. Next week, Saturday, same time, same place, you've got Cup 69. So if you're interested in seeing some more StarCraft, do tune in. It would be great to have you. We'll be here and showcasing some of the goodness of some high-ranking StarCraft. So if you're around and if you have some time, please feel free to tune in. And yeah, from myself, Linglad, it's been a pleasure to cast some StarCraft on a Saturday evening, and I'm thankful that I get to do it with you wonderful people. So thanks to everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Stay safe, have a good week, and I'll see you then.